Hey friends, welcome to Fix This House. I know I'm starting off this video a little different. Just wanted to try something new with you friends. But yeah, I just got done walking down that huge hill up there, climbing up this mountain, up slope. You can see we got a long ways to go. This is brand new to me. I just kind of want to add this series. This is going to be a documentation slash keeping you guys informed of what's going on with the channel. I've decided to start vlogging. If you haven't noticed on the title, yes, we did buy land. Been working on this project for a long time now. Me and my wife had a long talk about this. Decided with the I'm out of breath. The whole situation with the housing market, I think it was the best route for us to buy a piece of land. Let me just go show you what the property is. Let me show you what's going on. This side is ours. Hopefully I'll put a shop there, a garage, show you guys future videos there. And we are gonna climb up another huge hill. If you don't notice, there's a huge steep hill up there. I don't know yet what their plans are, but right now we are currently working on getting this land. It's not ours yet, but here's the driveway. And if you look right here, there is another house on that corner. Our land, actually the line crosses right here. So if we do end up closing this land and we start building, we are gonna go and put a fence right there, bury it off, because I believe the owner who actually selling us this part of the land is actually renting those homes there for Airbnb because of the view up there, which I'll show you in a bit. This part is ours right here. This video is not meant to brag or anything. Me and my wife have been saving and planning for this moment for a very long time now. We've actually lived in a very old home, lots of problems in it. And you already know, if you've started from day zero, from when I started the channel, we first moved in there were so much problems. It was just another thing that we wanted to start off so that we can work our way into finally getting to this moment where we can actually build from the ground up. And yeah, it's really steep. This land is actually divided into two tiers. There's the first tier right here. And I don't know what happened, but it went up a little bit up. And this is the second tier right there. Okay. Well, first off, friends, I'd like to say thank you so much for all the love, support, each and every one of you who continue to tune in, support the videos and the whole channel. I'd like to thank you guys and my family from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you so much. On today's episode, I'm going to be breaking down into 4 topics: why we bought land and plan to build versus buying a home, pros, the cons. We're going to get into the touchy subject, which is the financial part and the budget and all that money talk. This is not to brag, this is not to show off. I just want to be as transparent to you as possible so that I can guide you to the right direction. I know the market has slowed down a little bit, but the price is still high and the interest rates are going up. We've looked everywhere to buy a new home. We figured that, hey, since we already have a home now, we're not in a big rush. We can actually go and find land, build from there. Nothing's wrong with our house right now, and I thank you each and every day for that home. And there was a lot of challenges, a lot of things still need to be built and renovated in that home, so stay tuned for that. So while we are having this built, I'm gonna make content for this and make content for our old home as well. So why did we decide to buy land and start building from the ground up versus just trying to go and find a home? The pros is, it's obvious that when you build your own home, you start brand new. It's like buying a brand new car. You don't have to worry about what happened in the past, if you got flooded or it was a lemon, a car wreck or something like that. Any hidden surprises when it comes to buying anything used. When we first moved into our first home, thought everything was great till I looked deep underneath everything, the crawl space, behind the walls. If you checked into my previous videos, you can see that I went through rotten, foundations. I've crawled underneath my crawl space, and that was the most scariest thing I've ever seen. Rat feces underneath the whole thing. I had to clean that up manually. We put a lot of time and effort in our old home, and we are still blessed to have that home. And it does make you humble, makes you stronger, and you learn a lot from everything that you go through. And we are just very fortunate and to have that home. And now that we are going into this new chapter in our lives, we are just want to share this with you, friends, and show our journey and hopefully help you, friends, along the way. Another pro is when we looked into the budget of our home when we're trying to buy a house, we were around the $500 to $600 range from buying a piece of land to the home itself. And when we did the calculations and we went with buying land in a brand new home, it kind of evened out the same price. So we were talking to our realtor and we were saying, hey, why not a lot of people do this instead of just buying a home, ready, move-in ready, key turn. Con for that of buying a brand new and building from up is obviously it's time. Not everybody can wait 1 to 3 years for a home to get built because again, interest rates, things change, a lot of things many variables. There are many moving parts, and if you wait that long, things will definitely fluctuate over time. So buying a home right there and there is definitely #1 choice for most people. So going this route is definitely a lot of work. The biggest con right now that I've experienced straight out is communication and doing all this legwork. You have to talk to a lot of people. You have your realtor, your lender. I swallowed the bug. You have your lender, and you have engineers, you have the county. The county is the biggest one that you have to talk to. And there's so many people that you talk to that all those, to be honest with you, don't talk to each other. I mean, sometimes your realtor might talk with the lender, but overall, they do not talk to each other. You will notice in this process that you become very repetitive. You get to this point where you thought you said this already to this person, but this person wasn't aware of what he said, she said, he said, all this. So you have to have an open line of communication. If one word of advice is have a group on your phone where everybody's in the loop, be in the loop with the emails with everybody, so the right hand knows what the left hand is doing. And that is one of the biggest struggles that we are going through. And this is just buying land, and we haven't even gotten to the house yet. So when you start buying land, you are going to be going in a feasibility stage. I live here in Kitsap County in Washington State. And yeah, feasibility here is 30 days from the start of when you apply for the land. Since we are going through a lender, they want to know if the land is feasible to be built on. Now, we are in the process of talking with the county, which is this a lot. And again, lots of phone calls. Or you can go there in person and talk to them, and you're gonna ask them, hey, who do I talk to get utilities? Can I get water? Can I get sewer or power up in this piece of land right here? Now I'm in the process of talking with the county. We have to get an easement. Easements are pretty much where you need service on your utilities. People from the county can come here and check up on it. It's pretty much a shared piece of your land that people can go and and walk and go there without trespassing. That's pretty much a short definition of an easement from my understanding. You can hire somebody to do all this legwork for you, but it is going to cost you a pretty penny. I know one person that I talked to, she's charging about $80 an hour to do all the legwork. You're just gonna pretty much take it to their word of what hours they're working. That's something I didn't want. Have a 9-to-5 job as well, including YouTube as well too. So that's my other side hustle. It's hard. You just have to try to find during breaks, your lunchtime, to talk with everybody because a lot of things are open when you're working. So before I go into financials, friends, I just want to talk to you about some features about this land. The whole land itself is half an acre. On top here, since you see the slope, The slope up here is, I think a half an acre is like 19,000, 20,000 square feet. The bottom and the first tier and the second tier up there is a total of 9,000. So we are planning to build our home up here, and the bottom there is where the garage is going to be, the entrance, and yeah, more to follow on that. So just giving you some specs on what this land is. We are located pretty high up here, that's why we have the view of the mountains. There's a lot of overgrowth at the moment, but we are very fortunate that a lot of this have already been pretty much cleared. Trees are gone, you can see it's just a lot of overgrowth of weeds and grasses right now, and possibly some snakes. It was listed at $180,000. And we were looking at the history. It was bought, but it was backed out. So we were trying to figure out what went wrong. It was in the market for a little bit. So that's one of the red flags that you want to look at, why the piece of land was in the market for so long. So we kind of did a little bit of digging. You know, the lot here, I guess the person who wanted to build up here wanted a little bigger piece of land, and they wanted to build a bigger home. For us, again, we want to build on a budget. We don't want a big home, all right? We want to be able to see our kids. We don't want like a mansion or whatnot. Even if we can afford a mansion, we don't want one, because we want to be a close family where we can see each other. I like high ceilings, so that's my thing why I want to build a home. But it's one of the reasons, and the steep way to get up here. In Washington State, we have 4 seasons. It snows, and going up that hill, it's going to be a challenge in the wintertime. But nothing's perfect. We wanted a view. That's one of the things that we are willing to sacrifice. I'll find a way for us to get up here, even if we have to go and get some climbing gear. They started at 180, they backed out. Now they have it listed for 160. Went and told them, hey, are you willing to do 130? We didn't want to go too low because it is a nice location. We were surprised that the seller automatically agreed. So I was like, wow, all right. This is the biggest misconception of a lot of people, especially when I talk to my friends, that hey, when you buy a piece of land, you have to buy it straight out cash. That is not the case in this situation. We do have to put it down, so we have to put 40% down of the land itself. Our down payment is going to be 50 grand. Now, again, we've been saving up for a while now to get to this point, and we are continuing to save, so we are very fortunate. When it comes to money, I know this might not be a lot to some people, this might be a lot to some people, so it's all subjective. When it comes to money, friends, I know it's a very touchy subject, and I'm not here to brag or anything. Me and my family, we've really worked hard for this. We do know what we are getting into, so make sure you know what you're getting into before buying a piece of property. If you can buy the whole piece of land, perfect, but for us, we're not rich, we are middle class. We're just diving in this and not looking back. We just want to go and learn and see what's going on and learn from this process. Okay, friends? One great thing which I learned is that when you go and buy a piece of land and you put that 40% down or 50% down depending on your location, when you start and apply for your construction loan, that 50% that you down for your land, automatically if you apply and you get approved for a construction loan, it will engulf that loan and you will not have to pay for any down payment. So hopefully we are still working on getting the county's approval here. Everything's still up in the air. We don't know what will change. Maybe we can even lose this land. We are not sure yet, but yet we are here starting the process and just, you know, biting the bullet and just going headstrong, you know, just taking the risk. So that's it. I just want to keep you guys on the loop of what's going on with this channel. Again, this is not going to be how it's going to be. I'm just adding this as an additional with all my other content. I'm still going to be doing DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews, but I'm going to be doing this budget build series and our dream home build series, this is episode number 1. So make sure you guys stay tuned on what's yet to come on what's going on with this land, and I'll be keeping you up to date on all the hurdles and all the challenges that I'm going to be going throughout this whole land buying process. Once we get there, I'm going to show you and walk you guys through on how we're going to plan to build this home. Okay, friends, super excited with this series. I know this is kind of new in my genre, but I kind of want to change and spice it up a little bit. So follow this series when you have the chance. So once again, friends, thank you so much for all the love, support. This couldn't have been possible. You guys have been so so supportive, and thank you for everything. Thank you from the bottom of our family's heart. So make sure you always hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, and I'll see you friends on the next upcoming series of our land home build. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.